It is the third of no, what is it? It's
Of
the
the second.
2nd of March. This is Rabbi Furst Pierke Avos Purim.
Right, very good. Bez Hashem. You mentioned Rabbi Shlomo first year Yeshiva Samanach and Yerushalayim Kiryat Zoom. We are currently learning the Kadechemach Rabbeinu Bechai on Purim. Um, so let's see. Uh, uh, we'll be in the second, I guess the yeah. Okay, very good. Let's start with the you have two pages there, and the last paragraph on the first page. This is talking about after Haman had led Mordecai through the streets of Shushan. So Haman went back to his home, and then and before they even had a chance to finish talking, so the messengers of Achashverosh came to escort Haman to the second Mishteh, the second feast of Esther. So that's Odo Medabrim. That's the last paragraph here in the first page. There you
Adom
go.
Medabrim Imo the Sarisi Hamelech Hagiu Viov Hilu Lehavi Es Haman Begomer. They were still talking with him when the ministers of the king came. Uh, oops, I lost the screen.
Oh, there it is. Got it?
Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, here it is. The ministers of the king came to bring Haman, etc. Vayavo Hamelech v'Haman im Esther el ha-mishta v'gomer. And the king and Haman came with Esther to the feast, etc. Ma she sha'alisach Esther hamalka vita vita vitantan lecha. What do you want, Esther? And I will give it to you. Vitaan Esther Vitomer Tantan Li Nafshi. Esther answered and she said, "Give me my life." Vishaela si, and I request the Vami, my nation, Vivakshasi ki nim no, etc. Uh, um, what's nim no?
That they were Nimkarenu. They have been sold from Mecher. Mecher is sold. Nimkarenu. They have been sold.
They've been sold, etc. So give me my life and the life of my people who have been sold, etc. Shechach kasuv b'toras Moshe, and this is written in the Torah of Moshe, b'parshas Eschonan, in Parsha Eschanan, in Devarim, V'his machartam sham le'oivin le'avdim ule
Avadim, to be slaves.
to be slaves. Uh, V'leshafchos ve'ein kone. Uh, Excuse me a second. Hello. Yes, do you speak English? Do you speak English?
This I'm going to look up this pasuk Mayor, if you were going in Devarim in Perek Chav Ches. Um, let's take a look and try to see
Sorry
this
about that.
pasuk. Okay, we're going to look up this pasuk in Devarim. But,
Okay. 25 to 28.
28, correct, 28.
You know what verse?
Let's see, we'll try and find it in a moment. Uh, okay, that's pasuk Samech 20, 28, 68.
68.
Chapter.
Let's see. 68. V'hashivcha Hashem Mitzrayim va'anios haderech asher amarti lecha lo sosif od lir osa v'his makartem sham le'ovecha la'avadim v'lishfachos ve'ein koneh. Hashem will return you to Egypt in ships on the road of which I said to you, you shall never again see it. And there you will offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as slaves and slaveswomen, and there will be no buyer. So,
So this is based on there's a Medrash Rabbah on Esther that brings this pasuk as as something that is so there's no they'll try to be sold, but they won't even be buyers. So I mean that. So what do you? I don't know. That's a good question. What do you do with a slave that no one wants to buy?
yeah, we will offer yourselves for sale, but no one will buy you.
What do you do with it? What do you do with a slave like that? Can't
Tell them,
can't just keep.
yes.
It means to waste their money.
Well, there's no money being wasted because nobody's buying them. Question is,
Well, I
why are
mean,
they offering themselves for sale?
Right. No one's
because they
buying
have
them,
no money.
so right.
But what does this have to do with Purim?
Oh, so that's what we're so the Medrash brings this as cites this as a reference to Purim that the Medrash Rabbah says as follows. Medrash Rabbah says as follows: Rabbi Yitzchak Omer la'avadim b'shifkos atem koinim. No one's going to be there to buy you. Al etem koinim la'ashmi la'hareg la'abe shekain Esther Omeres la'chishveros elo avadim b'shifkos nitenu. Meaning there are those that are being tried to be sold as slaves and as maid servants, but no one's buying them. So the only option then is to destroy them. We need to destroy them as a soul, which was what was occurring in the time of Achashverosh. That was Esther uh, answering the question of Achashverosh.
Right. But it doesn't seem to be true. There weren't Jewish people who were trying to sell themselves as slaves, were they?
Uh, no, but that's what the Medrash says over here. The Medrash says right um, to be sold as slaves and maidservants, but no one's buying them, right? But what is happening instead, right? They were going Has v'sholom to be destroyed. It's even worse. It's one thing to be sold as a slave, and it's even worse if you're trying to sell the slave and no one buys. But then that the option of destroying them, that's even worse. And that was what was taking place at the time of Esther. Let's continue on with the let's go to the next paragraph. Ah,
Abal Ariga lo nizchara b'chol haparsha umazeh amra Esther Yodas ani she'ein ha'inyan gezeras shamayim. So, but hariga, to kill, uh, it's not mentioned.
right. I mean, in that pasuk, that's exactly the point. In that pasuk, that's talking about that they will be returned to Mitzrayim, and they'll be attempting to sell themselves as slaves and maidservants, and no one will buy them, right? So that was the extent. That was the extent of the uh, gezerah from the Torah, but it was never a gezerah that they should be destroyed. So from that, Aval Hariga, Lo Nizkar B'Kol Parsha. In that parsha, in Devarim that we just saw, never mentioned anything about killing, right? Said they'll be attempted to be sold as slaves, but no one will buy them. But never mentioned anything about that they would be killed, Hasashom. So Mizah Amra Esther Yedata Ani. From here it said Esther, I now know, Yedata Ani, I know, She'ein Ha'inyan Gezeras Shemayim. This, that what Haman is planning to do is not a Gezerah from Shemayim, Ela Gezeras Haman. This is something which is Haman is interested in.
V'yachula he lehis batal zehu ki ein hatzar shava b'nizak hamelech. Um, and he is able uh, to nullify it since
Right.
um,
Since this is not a Gezerah Minish Shemayim, meaning this Gezerah is not coming from a Kadosh Baruch Hu directly, it's rather a Gezerah of Haman. So since it's a Gezerah of Haman, Yochla Ilivaspatel, that it would be able to be rescinded. It can be renounced and rescinded.
what is Hatzar?
So there, Zehu ki ein hatzar shava b'nezek hamela. This is because the this is the tsar's distress.
Of the damage to the king?
Right. This meaning how what was the point Esther was trying to make, that the tsar, the distress that's going to be caused by the Gezerah of Haman is going to be causing damage to the king.
Right. Klomar ein nezek Haman Hatzar roy lehish vaso lenezak haroy leva alenu. Uh, that is to say that it's not damage to Haman. The the pain is fitting to, what is this, hashuvso hashavso,
That's to make it equal, to make it equal.
to make it equal to the damage that is appropriate to come upon us. Bishvil hamelech, for the sake of the king, shahamalchu shahamalachnu alenu, that he reigns upon us.
So it's a kolomer. I mean, what is this? What does this mean? Ein nezek hamen hatzar rory neshas lenezek aroy lebo aleinu b'shvil amela shem lichu aleinu. This this uh this what Haman wants to do, it's the damage which Haman wants to do through causing us uh, all this distress is not fit that it be equal to the damage which is going to come to us because we have made the king. Meaning whatever is supposed to whatever's supposed to happen to us, it's not really worth the damage that's going to come to the king because of the damage that Haman wants to do to the Jewish people. Or another way of putting it is Haman's decree is going to cause more damage to the king and the kingdom than it will do damage to us.
Remes lema shekasuv beparsha sham, and it's a an allusion
Indicate
to the
well,
that which is written in the parsha. Yolad Hashem Osach ve'es malchacha asher sakim al alech bekule
alecha, alecha.
alecha. Um, what is
So
yolcha?
this is indication. This is well, what it is. This is indicated because of what was written in the parsha. I guess it's also in Devarim Chavches. We'll take a look in a minute. V'yelech Shem Oscha. Let's take a look where that is. Um, uh, 1 second. That's in Pasuk Lamed Vav. Take a look there in Devarim again in Devarim Chavches Lamed Vav.
Let's see. Vayolech Hashem oscha be'es malkecha asher takim alecha el goy asher lo yadata ata va'avosecha ve'avdecha sham elokim acherim es va'aven. So let's see, 36. Hashem will lead you and your king, whom you will set up over yourself, to a nation you never knew, neither you nor your forefathers. And there you will work for the gods of others, of wood and stone.
You see, this is a indication, right? Based on what was written also in the parsha there, that there's going to be, it's not going to be equivalent in the damage which is going to occur to the kingdom and to the king, as is going to be the damage that's going to happen to if Haman is successful. So again, what do we see from this last pasuk? What's indicated from this last pasuk?
Well, let's see. Hashem will lead you and your king, whom you will set over yourself, to a nation you never knew.
Oh, right. That's
Hashem will,
good. That's a remez an allusion to what's happening there in Shushan, Achashverosh.
So the king that you set above yourself, that's Achashverosh.
Yes, apparently, right.
So in other words, if Haman's allowed to do his thing, it's gonna lead Achashverosh to become a puppet.
Apparently. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how that was supposed to take place. What was the point here?
Yeah, I'm confused by that also.
But it could be that, yeah, it could be that, ah, it could be that if Haman would be successful, so that would give him too much power, and maybe he may even have more power than Ahasuerus, and may pose a threat to Ahasuerus. We saw that Ahasuerus was suspicious of Haman trying to become um, more powerful than he.
Right.
Hmm. Okay, that might be the remez, the indication of what's going on there. That Haman may become too powerful if his plan is successful. Is That may give him too much power, more than perhaps even the king.
Right. He'll try to take over.
Excuse me?
He'll try to take over. Haman will try to take over.
That's right. That's right.
Once his armies are successful, where do they go next?
Right. And since the Jews are really loyal citizens, so by eliminating this part of the population, Shalom, which was part of a loyal citizenship, so that's placing his throne at risk.
Right.
At one point, he's giving Haman too much power, and he's also um, weakening his
Base.
citizenry that through the Jews are loyal to the throne. Okay.
Mihuzev Ezehu, Asher Milao Levo V'gomer. Who is this? Mihuzev. Who is this? Ve'ezehu. And where is he? That Malo would fulfill to come?
Yeah, this is the question that Achashverosh asked Esther. Take a look in the Megillah. Now the Megillah there is let's see, I'll find it for you. Uh, um, that's yeah, that's in Perik Zion Pasuk Hey. This is the famous question which Achashverosh that's to be difficult.
Okay. Mi huzev ezehu hu asher milao libo lasos kain.
Oh,
Okay. Who is it and where is the one who dared to do this?
right. So you see that Achashverosh in the statement, you see he's accepting Esther's claims.
Right. Let's see. Ish tsar vayav v'kulei. An evil man. I think that's the next verse. An
Uh,
adversary and an enemy.
yes, that's Isra Oyev, right? That's the next verse in Pasuk Vav. That's in yeah, Perek Zion, Pasuk Vav.
So Esther said, an adversary and an enemy, the wicked
Oh,
Haman. And Haman trembled in terror before the king and the queen.
oh, so now Haman's being accused.
Right. Vahaman niv'as mal milpani hamelech v'hamalkan, and he trembled in terror before the king and the queen. V'hamelech shav meginas havisan el
Besan, Besan, yeah.
habesan el base mishte hayayin v'haman nofal al hamateh. Okay,
On
so the
on
king, what?
Mita, yeah, Mita.
Hamita, the couch. Um, so the king uh, went into the garden uh, from the feast, from the place of the feast of wine, and Haman fell upon the couch. Uh, uh, Pshat, HaKasuv, Hazeh, he mischanan leester, u mit nafal lifnei regila. Um, the simple uh, meaning of the verse of this verse, since it was what's mischanan,
That's that he was beseeching.
beseeching Esther, uh, umat pel nafal umis nafal, and he fell before uh, her feet.
Yes, that's right.
Vehi al hamita, and she was on the couch. She tis hanan, uh, um, and he
She's
beseeched.
Ane al Hamelech Ba'ado. that he was beseeching Esther that she should um, intervene with the king for his sake.
Right. Vayomar Hamelech
Because
Hagam.
you see, Haman's been now accused. Haman's been now accused of two things. He's been accused of trying to subvert the throne, right, by weaken the loyal subjects of the king, meaning the Jews, and so that's putting him in a very difficult situation right now.
Right. Um, Vayomar Hamelech Hagam Ha Lichvush Es Hamalka. The and the king said also, what's Lichvush?
Lichvosh is to vanquish or actually that's a how do they that should be part of the pasuk as well. Lichvosh is to overthrow, but I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
says
different. They
assault
probably
the queen.
explain. What's that, Mayor?
Assault the queen while I'm in the house.
Excuse
So,
me, I didn't say it.
would he actually assault the queen while I'm in the house?
Yeah, assault. Okay, they say assault. Yeah, that's right, a little bit. Lichvosh is really lichvosh when you to like conquer to.
Yeah.
So you see, as he's going to explain it, he's being accused of not only trying to subvert the throne, but also um, right.
Uh,
Let's see, 5 to 4. You know what? Maybe let's leave it for here. Let's start the second paragraph tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. Take a little break. We'll start the Mishnah Berurah here shortly. Okay.
thank you, Rabbi.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
Shkayach, Lou.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you for the
good.
read. Good. We'll
See you
we'll
in a
pick
few
up with
minutes.
we'll start this paragraph fresh tomorrow. Very good. Okay, good. See you in a few minutes.